Navarre Beach Sea Turtle Conservation. My name is Cherie. I'll be talking to you today about sweet pea, sea turtles in general, and a little bit about nesting time. We do have a quick few rules that we need you to follow around this habitat. If you have any type of glasses on top of your head or clipped to your shirt, please remove them. Keep them below the rail until you clear this area. A lot of times guests will look into the water and things will fall off their heads and shirts and into the water, so that is not safe for the sea turtle. Also, cameras and cell phones on the outside of the rail. No flash photography anywhere in the building, but you're welcome to take all the video and photos that you want. Last rule, if you have little ones with you, if they have anything in their hands, take responsibility for that it does not end up in the water, and also do not let them reach underneath the glass and try to put their hands in the water. All right, we will start with Sweet Pea's story. Sweet Pea's story began back in 2016. There was a family walking along the beach over by Ono Beach, Alabama. They could see marine debris that had washed up on shore, and in that they could see a sea turtle about the size of your dinner plate. They called their local rescue team out, and they found Sweet Pea entangled in fishing line. Now that fishing line was wrapped so tightly around her front left flipper, it had already cut her to her bones before she was rescued. So that one was removed. But while she was out in the water and she was dragging around all that weight and debris with her, she was not able to swim very well. And unfortunately, that second injury that you see on her is a boat strike. That boat strike permanently damaged her shell and partially paralyzed her back left flipper. Now, when any sea turtle is rescued, they are taken to a rehab facility where they are given x-rays. And that is where her third injury is that you cannot see. She had swallowed the fishing lines and the fishing hooks. They had gone all the way through her body before she was rescued. That caused scarring inside of her body severely enough where she no longer can eat the same diet as a sea turtle should, so she's on a specially prepared diet for the rest of her life. So she spent until 2018 in animal rehab, at which time the state of Florida, of course, deemed her to be an unreleasable sea turtle. She was then adopted here at our facility, where she'll be in our care for the rest of her life. Now, Sweet Pea is a female, and she is a green sea turtle. So how the greens get their names is because as adult sea turtles, they will eat so much seagrass off the bottom of the ocean floor that the chlorophyll from the seagrass absorbs into the fat layers of their body, turning them green on the inside. For the kids, you guys like popsicles and snow cones? Yeah. And if I give you guys a popsicle, and what happens to your tongue and your lips if I gave you a grape one? Turns purple, right? All right, it turns purple, or it turns red if it's red. She eats so much green that it actually turns her insides green. So she's sitting at 14 years old, and she's sitting at around 53 pounds. She will become an adult sea turtle anywhere between the ages of 30 to 35. Sea turtles are different than all of us. They don't have birthdays. They grow by measurement. So that's when we'll know she's an adult. But when she becomes that adult sea turtle, that little girl right there that's 53 pounds is going to weigh anywhere between 300 and 600 pounds. She will be as big as a green sea turtle that is hanging above that sign in the back. That is her adult size. Now, sheer life expectancy is about 80 to 85 years old. Yes, in human captivity, it could go longer. She no longer has predators. She has food, and she has something really special the other sea turtles don't, is that she has her own personal veterinarian who comes out here once a month and gives her full medical. So she's got great health that way. So in the water with her, she has some rocks down here. Those rocks are because sea turtles go to sleep at night just like we do. In the dark, that's when their predators become active, so they're going to sink to the bottom and they're going to find a place to hide. That is Sweet Pea's spot. So when she goes to sleep, she can hold her breath 3.5 to 4 hours. She'll come up, take a couple breaths, and she goes right on back down into the bottom and goes back to sleep. So as she's swimming around in the water, you will notice she cannot retract any part of her body into her shell. Her shell actually contains her spinal cord and her rib cage, but it also has thousands of nerve endings in it. That little girl loves nothing better than to have a good shell scratch. She loves having her back scratched. She also has enrichment toys in the water. They kind of bunched up right here right now. So, but she does play with the different things in the water. We do change these toys out every day in different combinations. So there are 7 species of sea turtles that are left in the entire world. All of them are either on the threatened or endangered list. We only highlight the 4 on this wall. That is the leatherback, the green, the loggerhead, and the Kemp's Ridley. Because of the 7, these are the 4 that frequent us here in Navarre Beach. Just so that you know that those are the adult size cutouts of each one of those turtles. But while you're on your stay here, or if you're a local, just be aware that if you go out to our fishing pier right out here on the Gulf, that is a great place when the weather is calm and stuff, as we're coming up to turtle season, to see sea turtles. It's a great place to see them. So turtle nesting time is coming up May 1st through October 31st. It really does start before then because our sea turtles don't read our calendars. So one of the rules that you guys can do to help keep our sea turtles safe on our beaches is we would have things to do. We had to keep it clean, no garbage. Pick up everything that you see out there and don't leave any garbage behind. Secondly, we want to keep it flat. At the end of your beach time, when you're out on the beach, make sure you're filling in any holes that you dig and knocking down any sandcastles that you have built. Both of those are ways to entrap a turtle, so that's why we really need those things done to keep our beaches flat. Thirdly, at nighttime, you're going to want to keep our beaches dark. White lights are very disruptive to our turtles. They can see white lights. You're supposed to be using a red or amber flashlight on our beaches. So red and amber flashlights are invisible to the turtles. They cannot see those. But make sure if you are traveling through Florida that you check with your local ordinances, because there are some areas in Florida where you're not allowed to use any light on the beaches at night. Here you can use the red flashlight or an amber one. Also, if you're staying in any of the VRBO's condos or have rooms facing the Gulf, at nighttime when you go in and you start flipping on all your interior lights on, you have just made a flashlight. Make sure you're shutting the shades on your windows if they are facing the Gulf. We want those windows darked out. We do have nests go the wrong direction every year because simply people don't know to shut their shades.